Hey everyone, it's Alex and Gio from Raddtitan.
Yo, motherfucker.
So we are looking at the 1/3 scale Ryu from Pop Culture Shock. We're going to do the usual. We're going to weigh him, measure him, and let you know what we think. So keep watching, guys.
Boom. Yo, like Alex was saying, today we're going to be going over the Pop Culture Shock Ryu. Now this is 1/3 scale, and this is the famousest pretty much face of the bearded Ryu. This actually came out for Street Fighter V and was really popular, like crazy popular. They loved the bearded look. Alex obviously loves the bearded look because everyone says it looks a little bit like him.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, you do like that, yeah. So getting onto it, you know, it's dropped over by a friend of ours. You know, we don't collect 1/3 scale, and we've got a few Street Fighter stuff that we both have, but it's a really nice opportunity to have a look. He doesn't really want to be named, so we can't. But we'll go through it and we'll let you know. We'll start on the base and work our way up as usual.
Yeah. So the base is rocky kind of base with environment element to it, with some bamboo and a little bit of grass at the front. The thing that I didn't realise before is you can actually take out the bamboo and the grass, and you can actually plug it with rocks, which I think that's quite a nice touch, because there will be people out there who may have an issue displaying the bamboo, and also it does add a bit of depth. So you may want to kind of take that away. The base, you know, the rocks, yeah, they're rocks, you know, what can you do?
Painted fairly well.
Yeah.
Detailing on them is good. There's a lot. They're very textured. They're very, you know, that you can feel that they're almost like porous, which is very well done. You know, they're highlighted nicely. They catch the light good. There's some little stones, some big stones, and big cracks. I mean, he's definitely just in the middle of uppercutting his waterfall like he usually does. Fucking most boring ending character ever. Actually, he's starting to get better, isn't he? Now, because he's going a bit bad.
I've not really played it for a while.
Yeah, he's getting a bit edgy now. Yeah, but done really well actually. What was the weight like? Because you unboxed it.
The weight of the base was like,
What sort of like nowhere near scorpion and thingy crap though, right? Not tambourine.
No.
Not tambourine
like
shit.
Tambourine.
Yeah,
Tambourine man.
tambourine man.
No,
so this was.
It was. I mean, the base was pretty light. The sorry, to go on to the bamboo is done really well as well. The bamboo,
It's very well done.
When you look at it, actually like painted and sculpted, like it looks like wood.
It does, yeah.
The top of it looks like Giles' hair.
Yeah, it's kind of porous in there, but that's how bamboo looks. It's done really well, and it's painted and it's weighty. And you could definitely give someone a good slap with this. That's irritating.
The only thing I do think is the magnets could be a bit stronger.
Well, yeah. Also, it's in a downward angle, so if you look from the back here, it's sort of slanted like so, and the weight actually is pushing it this way. So if you look, you can sort of see what I'm saying. So the big part is actually weighted at the top. So what happens is, if you can see this here, that this is where most of the weight is. So it basically means that you can see that's really precarious. Yeah. You definitely do not, even the lightest of touches, it starts to move. So, you know, ideally what you would want to have there is like Alex is saying, is a stronger magnet. This is definitely not a piece that you want to leave in and be messing about or have this open, because if you clip that, that's coming off. And it is really solid, so I imagine if it did fall, it'd probably break. So, definitely. But then you just take it out if you wish.
It's just a bit of leverage.
And you put that in there, and then it's like, yeah, worries over. I actually really like the bamboo, and it's painted really well. And that's actually really invisible.
Yeah.
That's actually really decent.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all, is it?
You're not going to see that part anyway, because the way it's displayed. But you can do it with this as well. I mean, this part of grass here is, you know, there's good separation in the grass. It looks like hair. Looks like someone's like green hair. Like Blanca's fucking toupee.
It looks like the Joker's there, doesn't it? Yeah. He's been scalped, the poor bastard. Why you scalped the fucking Joker, isn't he?
So you got that there.
Yeah, we'll leave that off there for a minute. So
we'll just leave that for a little while. Yeah, we'll go back when we do later. Then going on to the actual figure, you go on to the feet and things like that. I mean, I do love the bandages on the toes and stuff like that, where they use the actual media. Yeah. It's really well done. The sculpting on the muscles for, you know, moving up her legs, all that. The sculpting's great. Really
the body on this, the whole thing, the body on this is fucking exceptional. And he has some of the muscularest feet I've ever seen in my life. I mean, them feet look crazy. If Ryu, you know, whirlwind kick you in the face. You understand now why they're whinging when he hits them, because that is some serious. I mean, that is some bulk. Toes are painted really well.
Yeah, the nails.
The anatomies on them is great.
The nails are done really, really well.
Yeah,
There's
really nice.
great separation on the paint for the nails. As I say, I do like that bandage around his kind of toe there. The kind of dirt under the nails as well, which you would expect.
Brilliant,
Going up into kind of like calf. The calves are great.
So you can see quite clearly there the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles are really well pronounced on the calf, because he's started putting his weight on his front foot here, sort of like, on the ball of his foot more. It actually creates a whole completely different look to his calf. Certainly up near the top, it sort of bulks out and shortens around the top there, which is really good. That's really good work, knowing the muscles and how they react to what tension. The material's fantastic on actually. I mean, it is like a dirty material, and it does have some bobbling as well, so it looks fairly used. I mean, I think you can pull these down as well, so you can cover more of the anatomy. But me and Alex just thought that was a bit of a sin, to be honest. Alex and I, forgive me, sir.
You correct me, so I have to.
Yes, correct. So I mean, that you lose a little bit there. It looks okay, but I kind of like it up.
I like it rolled up as well.
Yeah. Fuck it, let's go back up. Yeah, let's get it up.
But I also, I agree. I mean, the quarter scale newer version that they did, I don't think they did the colouring of the gi very well.
That was awful.
And I think that they've really nailed the weather in here.
Yeah, much better.
You can see, I mean, he's been using his gi. He's been wearing his gi while he's training.
Oh, and also he travels around it all the time. Yeah. He's like a wanderer, isn't he, Ryu? That's what he's all about.
The newer quarter scale just looked like he pissed himself in toners. But this one is actually dirty.
Yeah. It just looks used. It's bobbled as well. It's decent.
And there's kind of material as well. Like sometimes you get it where they'll use the same thickness material as they would use on the normal size clothes. So it kind of loses it. But they've actually used like a thinner material here. So I think
it doesn't look like it's been hacked by scissors either, does it? Sometimes the cuts are quite clean, and they just they cut. This actually looks like they've done some tearing. Really good job on this. I'm actually super impressed. I have to say, I'm very impressed with this.
Then you go on to so the gi is fantastic. You go on to the belt. Yeah, the belt's really well done.
Is it wired in there? Is it? Or is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's just material.
It's just like they've kind of.
Be nice to have it sort of like blowing to one side and a little bit of wiring.
It's kind of like where you put PVA or something over a material to just make it a bit more rigid.
Yeah, sure.
It seems to be like that. But no, I mean the belt does its job.
I didn't know that Ryu was a member of any type of gang. He's got the old gang signs on. He's got a little like strip round his arms. Like, he's rocking out. I don't know what the colour for white is gang-wise. Let us know.
Oh, the Cribs is red, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. No, Bloods is red, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Fucking hell, man. Be careful, man. You're going to fucking die.
I'll
be in a hotel going, let's put us in fucking blue. I'm sure it's like, I'm sure it's the Bloods here. You fucking can't get murdered.
Yeah.
I mean...
and then you go into the best part, which is the torso. We'll start on the back, because that's what we can see here.
Yeah.
The sculpt on the back is phenomenal.
Stunning.
Really, really well done. The great kind of separation everywhere, the great shading in between, the musculature.
Cool. Done
really well.
Smashing it.
I think that is art. The way
it
it's
is
done.
great call. I mean, also, there's like a porousness to his skin, which they've managed to capture, like a roughness. Also, he has scars. So what you basically have here when you're looking at it, you have the indents of the muscles and the separation that's shaded. And then he actually has scars running like a few down his abdomen, one on his chest. And they're actually really obvious that they're not part of the shading, which is really, really well done, because that is really hard to separate those two. The scars actually look like they're like real scars. Where it's like...
Keloid,
it's almost like that. Not that they're sticking up, but the surface area of the scar is different to the shading or the skin, which is a really, really good job. For me, this is one of the best 1/3 scale Street Fighter pieces I'm going to say it, I actually prefer this to the Akuma big time. I think this is much better.
You could tell also the scars have been sculpted into the body.
Yeah.
But the thing about it was we did see the Akuma, and the 1/3, not the
very nice piece.
The 1/3 piece, we saw that in Simply Toys, I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And we really liked it. We thought
very nice.
The body on it is fantastic. But I think that this body's better. I do actually think that they've done a really good job with this Ryu. I do think it's almost a shame in a way that his arms cover up his body so much, because there's so much going on in that body that you would like to see. I think they've done really, really well. The only thing is, I mean, his arms are fucking ridiculous. His biceps, arms are like...
His biceps are crazy.
22 inches.
Easy. Easy.
The size
He's
of
making
that.
Arnold look like he needs to get on the breachy curls, bitch.
Yeah.
Because that is some serious biceps. That is that is lucky the bandana's breaking that shit up, because that is especially the frontal one. That is a gun, man. Veinage, lovely undertones of the sort of like bluey green through the veins. Look amazing. I love this guy. You know what else as well? It's quite hard. Like, you know, his body position's really foreign. Sort of like he's got his arm across his body, and he's flexing his arm, and he's got hold of his wrist. Like, it's a very...
Was he like adjusts?
Yeah, it's like he's adjusting his
like...
Yeah. But I mean, it's just really awkward in terms of... I think I've seen pictures of this thousands of times, and I always think it looks a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But in person, it looks fantastic. Yeah. It really does look fantastic. The body on it's insane, honestly.
Yeah. I think it's great. The shoulders, the traps. Sort of separation of the shoulders, lovely. The traps.
I wish I had them fucking traps, I'll tell you that.
And I mean, really good. The only thing then, we move on to the head.
They're like Omar's traps.
He has TRT though. Anyway, why HRT, John?
He's going to beat your arse with a zero.
He says it all the time.
Does he?
Yeah. All right, so then...
It'd be nice if these were a bit wired like the belt, man. You could just imagine that was like going...
Yeah, you had a bit flowing in the wind.
Like Ryu does the wind shit better than no one in this world. It just looks...
But normally when you look at something like the manga, his ribbon's about 4 meters long.
Yeah, I know.
He's like down the road. You have people walking behind him going, right, fuck off, man.
He's off, right? He's
off, cut your ribbon, man. Yeah. But the thing about this then is the head. I mean, he's meant to be Japanese. I think there's more of like a kind of like an Indian look to him.
Definitely,
in the features.
100%.
I do think the face is done well, but for me, just something about that look just looks slightly off. I do like the beard, obviously. Of
course you do.
I'm one of the beard bros.
You are indeed. You know, I wish I could be a beard bro, but this is as good as I get.
And the hair, got good separation.
There definitely is an Indian sort of persuasion going on.
Yeah,
I think that the hair is fantastically well done. Like the way that it's sculpted and stuff and painted looks fantastic. His eyes are really focused and they're spot on. There's not a wonkiness anywhere. Ears are sculpted, really good definition through the mouth. You know, considering he's got a beard and stuff, it looks great. I just don't. I agree with Alex. I don't get the Japanese sort of look to Ryu, but then I'm sure that in the game it is quite a different sort of look.
Yeah, well, it's Street Fighter 5, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but in the game, I'm sure in Street Fighter 5, is it 5 or is it 4? I think it's...
This is 5.
Oh, it is 5, okay.
You can see the big fucking V on the box.
All right, so it's 5 that he's wearing the beard, but I mean, I'm sure that this is accurate.
You don't wear a beard, the beard wears you.
Oh, nice. I got chills. I think this is accurate. I really do. But again, I thought on the game when I played it that there was that the Japanese look was lost a little bit with him.
Maybe. I mean, if it's true to that, then yeah, I'm just going by.
I tell you what, we didn't talk about as well. The mixed media on the gloves is the nuts. The wraps and things are wicked. Really thick, really nice. He's wrapped his hands well. Doesn't look too amateurish to me.
They are wrapped, and they're kind of like again when they wrap it and then like PVA
brush it
or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's got
super impressed, man. Super
you can
impressed.
See here, if you look at that, you can sort of see the wear on the knuckles.
Yeah.
So like there.
Yeah, it's good.
And like there, you can see that's like
Yeah, and across all the finger parts as well. You know, there's a little bit of fraying going on. I'm super impressed. Best one for Street Fighter piece I've seen so far. You've seen Sagat, so that's probably where you're going, but I haven't seen it. I really like this. I think this is really well done.
Sagat's insane.
Yeah.
One of the only things I think maybe is the eyes could be a little whiter. I do think the outside of the eyes is a bit like skin colour. I think that could be a bit lighter.
Yeah, you could brighten them up, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got a great gloss on them anyway, so it does separate.
They are. You're totally right. They are.
It's like a skin colour, but it does separate nicely anyway with the gloss.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this, but the body on this is really heavy.
Yeah, you did actually. You told me, didn't you? I don't know if you said it on camera. Yeah, it general turning it feels heavy.
Yeah. The body is really solid.
Good centre of gravity though. I think you don't need to worry about this one leaning or falling over. So, wonderful. Wunderbar.
I'll tell you what, if you stick the thingy
Bamboo. Yeah. Okay. So
we measure this. See what.
Let's see what's what.
See what's what. I think people have this in a detoff, don't they? No?
Yeah, it looks like it'll go. I mean, for me, that is around about 28 and a half, maybe a shade under 29. So about 70, I'd say about 73 centimetres. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh yeah, you don't like that, do you? That isn't wider than the knee, is it? So...
What's that?
The bamboo doesn't look like it's wider than the knee.
Bit.
Do you think so?
A touch, yeah.
All right, so then it'll be bamboo to thingy then. Let's have a look. I can't see it personally. I think the knee's wider. Nah, knee's wider, dude. Just do base, because that part of the base actually sticks out the furthest anyway.
I disagree with you.
You do?
No, I just wanted to disagree.
Oh, okay, yeah. Another day in the office. I think that's around about 16. So I'd say that's around there.
Yeah.
40, 41 centimetres. And then obviously we'll go with the depth, which I think this would still go in even with that. I'm sure it would, depth-wise. Yeah, easy, man. That's
well,
like,
no, because you'd have to angle it.
That's from this point, you know, I'm going to say that's around 12, 13. It's around 33 max centimetres.
Not much at all, is it?
No, it's not. Wow. It's not deep at all.
Yeah. Wow, that's quite interesting then.
This will go into a detoff, no problem.
Yeah. I mean, what we do then is...
Actually, the only thing is 16. It's 16 across, isn't it? So you'd have to diagonal in a little bit, then it would probably go. So display-wise, I think you're looking at... Watch this, because it's a bit close. So I think you're looking at sort of like there from back. Yeah, that's fine. That works out okay. Be looking slightly to one side, but that's all right.
Shit.
Or you could just actually spend some money on your displays and not fucking worry about it. I mean, there is that. If you don't want to do like $25 on a display unit, then you could always just get something else and it will fit. It's definitely not going to have any problem in like a PAX or anywhere else.
That's still cheap though, isn't it? Right.
A Moji case. Do Moji case. That'll go in lovely.
Right, I'm going to have to hold this, so this cable's a bit loose, so I don't know if I want to lift up.
Oh, you motherfucker. You dirty...
we're on zeros.
Dirty bastard.
Just careful
with the thing.
Careful of the bubble.
Bitchiny. That's got to be about 12 kilos, 13 kilos.
Oh, wait, it's gone on to error.
No, it hasn't.
All right, it's 10.25 kilos.
That's really reasonable weight.
Which is 22.6 pounds.
That's reasonable.
I mean, interrupt me when I'm saying weight, man.
It's light, man.
22.
Not like light, but
22.6 pounds. 10.25 kilos.
It feels heavier than that. It feels a lot heavier. Maybe because the weight's up at the top, and you're like,
yeah,
it does feel heavier.
Well, I mean, when we box this back up, I mean, you'll feel the figure.
Feel the fury.
Feel the figure. You can also see the kind of freckling on the skin there. Really, I mean, considering some of the stuff we've been kind of seeing lately with Pop Culture Shock and some of the backlash we received from the Okuma video.
Well, it's not my fault people fucking... It's not my fault people can't fucking, take it.
Well, the thing is about, if you are, unfortunately, you
child,
you can't review it any other way. You have to review it based on what you've seen. And if you haven't seen it before now, and you see something from 12 years ago, then obviously there's going to be.
I love all this. I saw all these posts about. I saw it all being. Oh, it was like this long ago. But the truth of the matter is, you're selling it in 2019 prices.
Yeah.
So don't. You want to talk about 2006? Sell it to 2006 price, and then I'll say, yeah, for the money, it's not bad. But you want to talk $3,000 to me and have me judge it, then I'm going to judge it. Yeah, I know it's about 1,500 now. It's taken a huge drop, but they were asking for $3,000 for that piece.
We're kind of like going off point, but the thing about it as well is, I guess you can't in a way judge it based on the aftermarket value.
No.
So that's something you shouldn't be taken into consideration. Anyway,
have you ever seen a bad review of it?
I've not really watched any.
There isn't one.
I've not watched them. Anyway, Ryu.
Well, there is now.
Ryu. So yeah, back to the point. So I mean,
Ryu's awesome.
Also, one of the things I do think that what maybe is a point to
Hello.
a point to kind of bring up is the fact that, you know, this is a 1/3 scale piece, and you know, you do get 1/3 scale pieces from other companies like Prime One and ECC. What I do think is with Pop Culture Shock, they are a lower price point. I mean, I'm pretty sure when this went up for pre-order, you could get it for, I think it was like $6.99, but then if you order day one, you get like 12% off.
Yeah, it's very good.
So what's that? 12 times 6 is 72. So, you know, that's like, you know, just over $600 for this piece would be a very, very good price. Would be a
Oh yeah.
you know, so for the price point, the quality is epic.
Oh, totally. But I mean, I don't think you can get better, to be honest, for the price. I don't think you can get anywhere near it. I think they've done an exceptional job. I think this with Akuma paired up will look the nuts.
Yeah.
I think they both will look amazing. There's no doubt about it.
This next to that Saga. But again, that Saga.
Yeah, but he's massive. Have you seen Sagat versus Ryu in the game? I mean, it's like Ryu's like here, it's like there, it's like massive.
They do that with Akuma though. In Alpha.
Yeah.
They're meant to be. He's meant
They're
to be.
the same.
I think he's like 5'9" and Akuma's 5'10".
Yeah.
But in Alpha, he's there.
Really?
He's like looking up, and Akuma's.
Oh,
like
I've
that.
sknow the thing, but they don't show you in that picture that Akuma is actually standing on a box. He's on a box and he's looking down at Ryu. You know what I mean? They didn't show you that part. He's like on a beer bottle box.
All right.
It's amazing, man. So if you do find the opportunity to pick one of these up, especially with the asking price, you should definitely do it. It's a cracking job, and I think it's actually one of the better Ryus I've seen. I have to say that. You know, I'm digging the bearded thing.
Why do you have to say it?
Well, because I'm thinking to myself, who else really? What else? You know, what other Ryus? I do. The Connecticut's ones are good.
Yeah, the Court Scale Connecticut one was quite good.
Yeah,
but
Evil was the bollocks. I love the Evil.
The Court Scale Connecticut one, I did really like it, but it reminded me more about like Virtual Fighter for some reason.
No, but it's from the thingy game, isn't it? It's from like the like the Infinity game. That's the Ryu.
Oh, okay.
So if you play that game, you see him, you're like, oh my god, it's exactly the same. It's very nice though, man. So if you get an opportunity, grab it.
Wrap it up.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for all your support and for being grown up on reviews and not losing your rag and running off and getting all upset like a little girl. Appreciate it. Peace.
Peace out. Hey everyone, it's Alex and Gio from Raddtitan.
Yo, motherfuckers.
Yo! So we're here today, we're looking at the 1/3 scale Ryu from Street Fighter 5.
Ryu? You a yank, are ya?
Well, that's how it's said by the majority. So, you know.
It's Ryu, you fucker.
Well, it's Ryu.
Be English. Jenny hates it when you go American. Hates
Yeah,
it. It's like, who the fuck is
We have to cater to our audience.
Oh, you fucker.
Cocksucker.
Cocksucker.
Alright. Hey everyone, it's Alex and Gio from Raddtitan.
Yo, motherfuckers.
Alright, so we're looking at the 1/3 scale Ryu from Pop Culture Shock. This is from Street Fighter 5. So let's go through this, and we're not going through it yet, but we'll come back and we'll look through it then, and we'll redo this as well.
Yeah! Gold. Go on then.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. Like a fucking cheesecake. Right, here we go. I should have had that coffee. Don't hide the sexy calves. Sexy.